Hi, I'm Wahib, the European lead for partner engineering. My team's role at Huawei is to help developers seamlessly integrate our kits and be the ears and eyes of Huawei to continuously improve our technology and developer experience. Today, I'm really happy to introduce Device Virtualization Kit, which is usually referred as DV-Kit. So, DV-Kit is a virtualization platform provided by Huawei to facilitate multi-device collaboration and shared hardware capabilities. We'll see more on this in coming slides. We live in an extremely connected world. 5 years ago, we had a smartphone and a laptop in our daily use. And today, on average, we have at least 4 devices. In future, considering the growth of IoT and connectivity, we will have many more smart devices part of our daily life use. And the question remains, are we prepared to make the best out of this opportunity we have today and what future has to offer? And are we ready to break these device boundaries? There are multiple challenges associated with this topic. Multi-device ecosystem is isolated. So far, we don't have a unified solution which is also easier to implement. So, talking about challenges, firstly, there is hardware limitation, that you can't build apps that can actually talk to any hardware around your end users. Secondly, the content is isolated, and sharing content across devices is really hard. Then thirdly, there is poor streaming performance towards display devices, whether it is a TV at your home or a head unit in your car. Today, if you build an app for a smartphone, it runs on a smartphone and just doesn't go beyond that. Secondly, all these daily use devices have very specialized hardware capabilities, and the real challenge is to make use of these capabilities. So, from Huawei's side, DV-Kit is our solution to tackle most of these challenges. In a very intuitive way, it extracts unique hardware capabilities from smart devices and makes it available for developers to be accessed programmatically. So, developers can just invoke these capabilities without worrying about how to make integration happen on hardware level. You must be wondering, this sounds very interesting, but how does it really happen? Allow me to explain it to you. In other words, external devices which have integrated DV-Kit are used to extend the mobile phone capabilities to form what we call a super device that delivers an optimal user experience. These external devices can be cameras, speakers, monitors, wearables, and microphones, or more. Through our platform, external devices are converted into virtual components of mobile phones, and their capabilities are incorporated and utilized as general capabilities. For example, TV screens, external cameras, or speakers are able to function as if they are the phone screen, camera, and speaker, while wearables like smartwatch are capable of serving as the phone sensors. This is what makes it a super device, and this is what allows the app to go beyond the realms of a smartphone. In reality, device capability resource pool backed by virtualization technology actually makes that happen, as you can see in this diagram. This innovative mechanism of shared hardware capabilities enables several things. It enables seamless multi-device collaboration. It also allows to fully leverage unique device resources by optimal hardware selection. Some concrete examples of optimal hardware selection could be like an external camera, which can be used to provide a wider field of view. An external speaker can be used where superior sound quality is required, or external large screen display can be used to provide clearer images. It also enables rich use cases involving apps and devices, and we'll see some real-life scenarios in coming slides. DV-Kit enables third-party apps to use the capabilities of these virtualized devices. This is why app developers are extremely important for our ecosystem, because you bring these innovative ideas into reality. By integrating DV-Kit in your apps, you can avoid SDK integration of each individual hardware device. You can write feature-rich applications with less code. You don't need to care about hardware specifications. And last, you can build apps not only designed for smartphone, but also home, cars, gaming, or sport equipment. On the other hand, hardware device manufacturers play an equally key role in our ecosystem. When you integrate DV-Kit in your hardware, it will make your device capabilities available for app developers to be used to create a wealth of new possibilities. By doing so, your device functions as virtual component of mobile phone to enable distributed collaboration, which has been highlighted earlier in this talk. You can allow other developers to build smart scenarios using your hardware, and most importantly, it offers a very unique opportunity to be part of a growing ecosystem of connected devices. we want to enable you in delivering a seamless experience across multiple devices. A good example is improving a video call experience on both ends. Currently, it is very restricted on a single device, which is not very optimal. Now, imagine a scenario your users are at home and have multiple smart devices around them, and you could use them to offer a much more collaborative, much more engaging and fun experience of communicating with their friends and family. Another very good example is Daily Yoga app, which is a fitness app. Today, you use your fitness app in the comforts of your own home and on your mat. You see and experience it through your limited phone screen. Now, imagine how the experience would look like if you can see your workouts on a much larger screen like your existing TV. Adding to that, an indoor smart camera can capture your posture, and the app does computations on your smartphone to guide you if the posture is wrong. And instead of tapping each time on the phone screen, how about you can give voice commands and interact with the existing smart speaker in your home? Now, hopefully, you can see more clearly that we want you to imagine much more rich and immersive user experiences for your end users. Not just for the sake of it, but because these experiences powered by multi-device collaboration will actually add more value in their lives. Now, let's take a look at a very small and basic coding example from an Android project on how you can discover smart devices around you, invoke its resources, and use it. For reference, we are invoking an external camera in this example. In a simple scenario, as shown in this code snippet, we will need just two objects, a virtual device manager that handles the life cycle of the service, and a collection of virtual device objects to keep track of the smart devices around the smartphone. Here we can see how the virtual service is started. It needs the context as a parameter, and it will trigger a callback once it is connected and running. In the body of the callback, you can see that we are initializing the virtual device manager object. And you may notice that we need to define two additional objects as well. An observer that describes the behavior of the app when a new capability is enabled, and a callback to specify what happens when a new device gets discovered. Let's see it in the next slides. The callback action is very simple. We just want to add the discovered device to our collection. We can do that by implementing the iDiscovery callback interface. When onFound method is called, a new smart device is added in the list. Now, in the second case, we also need to implement a iVirtualDevice observer that will notify the app when a new smart capability is detected by returning an event device capability enable value. Let's see how this onEnable function will look like in our next slide. Once a capability has been enabled, it will be part of the extended resources of the smartphone, and it can be used just like any other phone resource. In particular, DVKit currently allows using 4 capabilities: camera, display, mic, and speaker. In that way, we can use an external camera with the same APIs we already use for internal phone camera. Example, Camera 2 API from Android. Same approach applies to display. We can obtain a display manager and use the additional surface offered by the external screen. With microphones and speakers, it is even more easier because once enabled, all the Android audio recording and playback APIs will use the external hardware by default. So to wrap it up, I'd like to talk about one practical showcase example we have recently explored. It is about building a sport app which you can implement using DVKit and another kit from HMS Core family called HiHealthKit. This is a wonderful example where a real need is enabled by technology. As you can see in this diagram, an athlete who is doing outdoor sports like cycling or skiing can actually live stream the feed from action camera while also overlaying the health data like heart rate and calories burnt. This showcase covers very important features like discover smart devices around you, connect to the action camera, and also get the live stream video from this camera. And you can also get the health data from the smartwatch using HiHealthKit. And at the end, you can overlay this health data on the video stream. If you want to read more about the technical details of this showcase, please do read our blog post on Medium. Here's the URL and a QR code on your screen to scan for faster access. Thank you.
Welcome to HDC. I'm Adam from Drift Innovation, and I'm here to talk about how the Huawei DV kit helps Drift to achieve POV live streaming. Drift are a UK-based manufacturer of sleek yet rugged action cameras with a unique streamlined form factor. Founded in 2009, we've just launched our 12th generation camera, Ghost 4K+. We're a small but passionate team based in London, England, with staff across the globe. We've supplied cameras to numerous high-profile action sports athletes, won Red Dot Design Awards, and even been to space on a resupply mission to NASA's International Space Station. Action cameras were initially designed to capture video in harsh environments, but the explosion in popularity of live streaming places new demands on hardware and software providers alike. As connected devices, the potential use cases for action cameras expand exponentially. Drift and Huawei have partnered to explore these opportunities. We've enabled our brand new Ghost 4K Plus to act as a virtualized device in order to enhance the capabilities of Huawei mobile devices, providing a platform for developers to create innovative new apps that reimagine the potential of a traditional action camera. These new use cases can often demand collaboration between organizations to create a functioning ecosystem of mobile device, network provider, app, and a range of peripheral devices. No company can be an expert at everything, and without the tools to tie different elements together, collaboration can be painful. We can overcome this challenge by ensuring that each organization is able to focus on their specialty. This is where HMS comes in, providing the necessary libraries to help Drift as well as third-party app developers to achieve their connectivity goals. The Device Virtualization Kit, DV Kit for short, is a multi-device virtualization platform provided by Huawei as part of HMS to facilitate the virtualization of external devices and components. Third-party app developers can integrate the DV Kit to use, control, and switch between external devices as if they were a part of the Huawei mobile device. Third-party device manufacturers can integrate the Device Virtualization SDK to enable their products to act as virtualized devices. This seamless process of collaboration expands the limits of what both apps and external devices can achieve. In the case of Drift, app developers can leverage the video and photographic capabilities as well as flexible mounting options of an action camera and combine those with the communications capabilities of a mobile phone. On the app side, there are only 5 steps to integrate DV Kit. Connect services, discover device, use device capability, disable device, disconnect service. DV Kit saves developers from having to write their own code to interface with external devices. On the device side, Drift have already integrated Device Virtualization SDK into the Ghost 4K Plus. The increasing popularity of live streaming and live vlogging has placed additional demand on hardware and supporting apps alike. One simple way to enrich live streamed video content is to offer multiple camera angles seamlessly switched between on the fly. The front and rear cameras of a Huawei mobile phone, combined with one or more Drift Ghost 4K Plus cameras, can offer the potential to add a huge amount of variety and interest to live streams. The user only has to place their Drift cameras, perform a few basic setup steps, and they're ready to control the whole operation from their mobile device. Using a mobile device as the basis for this use case means remote locations or even moving vehicles can be the settings for these vlogs. The option to use an action camera means that the vlogger can be hands-free, for example if they're broadcasting while riding a motorcycle with a helmet-mounted Ghost 4K Plus. In addition to such consumer-level use cases, we also see the potential for commercial app developers to leverage this technology. For example, the industrial inspection industry frequently needs the capability to record video in dangerous or difficult to reach places where the Ghost 4K Plus excels. This requirement is often combined with the need for more traditional phone or video calls, and DV Kit allows developers a comprehensive solution to meet both requirements simultaneously. Inspection footage can be viewed live while the inspector discusses the findings with their client. In summary, the Ghost 4K Plus and HMS enable developers to easily achieve their goals. Imagination is the only limit.